Hello beautiful souls, it's Kerry and I have the Piscean Pirate hat on today because I'm doing an astrological forecast about the upcoming full moon in the sign of Virgo, and it's a lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse. It's on the 14th of March at 5:25 p.m. Adelaide time. It will be earlier in the day in the other parts of the world like London, etc. And I think it's on the 13th of March in California. So if you're in those areas, you can look up the local time to find out when it applies. So just getting back to the full moon. The full moon is in the sign of Virgo, and Virgo is very much about discrimination. It's very much about discernment, and it's very much about separating what's useful from what's not useful. Now, there's a Sabian symbol associated with this full moon, and the Sabian symbol is Mary and her little white lamb. So we have this idea of innocence and playfulness, but also the fact that sometimes we need to make a sacrifice. So the sun and the moon are always opposite each other at a full moon. And so we have the sun opposite at the 24th degree of Pisces. It's 23 and 56 exactly. And the Sabian symbol associated with this degree is an inhabited island. So on an inhabited island, we imagine a sense of community. And when we are in community with others, sometimes it's necessary for us to make compromise for the greater good, or so that the community works cohesively. Nothing wrong at all about that. So there's that kind of weighing up of being true to yourself, having your own authentic belief system, but also realizing that sometimes in a community we may need to accommodate others and their beliefs and their kind of way of doing things in order to have that harmony and social cohesion. So that's kind of the theme of this full moon. Full moons are great for letting go. Now, you hear people saying this now as if, that's all you have to say about a full moon. But really think about Virgo. Now, Virgo in the body rules the digestive system, and that's where the nutrients come through and they are absorbed into the body. What is required, what is needed, what is useful, and then what is expelled. So we are needing to think about discernment, what we let in, what we release and let go of. And that's very much the case with this full moon. Now, because it is an eclipse, it's going to be a bit more intense. You're probably feeling the intensity already. And so you might find that there are things going on in your personal experience, perhaps difficult people coming in or challenging situations which make you feel like stressed and heightened in a way that you wouldn't normally. Just realize that 3 to 6 months is the impact of eclipses. We're in the eclipse cycle now. There'll be another one in 2 weeks, and that's in the sign of Aries. That'll be a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. And that'll be like a reset, because Aries is to do with the I am. So we really, as a collective, we are moving forward to everyone kind of being more conscious of their sense of I am. Saturn is in the sign of Pisces. This sun is in the sign of Pisces during this lunar eclipse, and we've got also the North Node in the sign of Pisces, and so these are collective energies, and Neptune as well. Neptune is conjunct the North Node, so this is really an invitation by the collective, by the cosmos, by the higher dimensions to say, wake up, wake up. You're not just a body banging around on the earth waiting to die. You're here for a purpose. You have a soul contract. You've made a soul contract. So this involves having a look at the relationships that you have with others. I see a lot of clients, and sometimes I'll have people say things to me like, well, I'd be all right if it wasn't for my horrible this person, or if I'd had better parents, or this, that, and the other. Well, the thing is, it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't either. And so that's important as well. If you're looking at the bigger picture stuff, you might say, oh, well, was it fate that I got those parents? Was it accidental? Or, am I a victim of circumstances? So if you look at the bigger picture stuff and you go, well, this is the life is now, the life is here, the life is in this moment. If you believe in reincarnation, there have been previous lives. If you don't believe in reincarnation, your ancestors represent previous lives, because we're all there on that DNA together. We're all unique individuals, but we travel in soul groups and we reincarnate into family groups. So getting it right means that perhaps next lifetime you can move on to something more, something higher. If you go to school and you don't focus and you don't get through reception, you got to repeat, or perhaps you need to take a little bit longer than other people. That's okay too. So it's really about trying to put your best foot forward, taking your life seriously, as if there is a God, as if you are accountable, as if the body is a vessel that houses the soul, and therefore really needs to be respected and looked after and nurtured and rested, and not just kind of this machine that keeps us able to go to work and run around and do all these different things. So really thinking about how we use our time, how we use our energy, and what fruits we can harvest from our efforts moving forward. So darlings, I hope that was helpful. So one final thing before I go is this lunar eclipse is impacting very strongly on the natal chart of Prince Harry. So his sun is at the 23rd degree of Virgo, and this eclipse is at the 24th degree. So you can't really get too much closer than that. And his Sabian symbol associated with his sun sign, the symbol for that is a lion tamer, like racing fearlessly into a lion. So this indicates that someone who takes on big challenges and is a bit fearless, perhaps even to their own detriment. So hopefully it's all a positive kind of experience for Harry, and there's no dramas, because the eclipse season tends to get us back on our path. But just having a look at his progressions and his solar return for last year, don't be surprised if there's a move back to the UK, and also if that relationship there with his wife starts to transform in a new kind of way. She's going to have Pluto hitting her natal sun, opposing it, as we speak. So there's going to be some major kind of power things that she's going to be confronting in her life moving forward in the next few years. So hopefully it's not too ugly, but definitely something there impacting on his chart that isn't impacting on William's chart, and haven't looked at everyone. Don't have time. But so anyway, also wanted to just say this eclipse really impacts on Syria, the country Syria, and also it's having an impact on Iran, and also it's connected to the first atomic bomb. So hopefully there's not going to be any kind of wars breaking out, or any countries that are impacted beyond what's already going on. I mean, hopefully we will find our place of peace and cohabitation, where we are all able to move forward for greater things for humanity. Take care, lovelies.